The barriers aren't our disability. The barrier is how people perceive our disability. When I walked into the room, everybody noticed I walked into the room. It's then a matter of what do I do with that? Do I go hide in the back of the room? Or do I use my voice and speak up and people remember who I am? The League's been in Fort Wayne since 1950. We serve any person with any significant disability of any age in Northeast Indiana. So it's 14 programs and services, all targeted at helping people with disabilities maintain their independence and be included in the community. So we work on individual issues and we work on systemic advocacy issues. Our goal is to help our community be as inclusive as it can for people with disabilities, and that's what we strive to do every day. As the president and CEO of a nonprofit like the League, I've worked hard to get the word out about who the League is. We've been here 75 years. I've lived here my entire life. I didn't have a clue who they were. So I'm out there every day trying to let people know we're the League. Come check us out. Now, I had progressive parents, and I attribute most of who I am to my mom and my dad. My parents treated me like any other kid. It was, if I wanted to try, I had the dignity of risk to go try whatever I wanted to try. They weren't going to let me risk my life, but they were going to let me risk everything else. They were living the independent living movement that the League believes in without knowing what the independent living movement was. It was that I, as the person with the disability, should have the choice and control over all the decisions in my life. When I came to the League and I became the first youth services coordinator, I realized that most of the kids with disabilities I was helping didn't have parents like mine. I wanted to make sure that everybody else with a disability had that same support and that same somebody lifting them up and standing behind them or beside them, just like I did with my parents. So a few things that set the League apart and really guide our services. The first one is peer support. So you will find people with disabilities at every level of the League leading the way. Idea being, people with disabilities are often the best experts on what people with disabilities need. Because not only are they qualified, they also bring life experience. And I know that none of us can do things alone. Independence isn't doing something on your own all the time. If you did everything on your own all the time, that's called self-sufficiency. So we are stronger together in this community when our organizations work together, and that's what the League believes in. In any given year, we have 50+ partnerships going on. We could never do it alone. If doing it alone makes us smaller. Doing it together with our community opens up the world for everybody. Oftentimes, you'll hear the word inspiring. Believe it or not, I kind of shun away from that one. If they find you inspiring for great achievements, that's awesome. If they find you inspiring just because you live your daily life, that's not inspiring. As a person with a disability, one of the things I will say people with disabilities are, we're tenacious and we're problem solvers. For us, everything is different, especially if you're born with your disability like I was. I didn't learn how to do anything differently. I just do everything differently. So for me, I don't consider the fact that I may need to figure out something different as a problem. I consider it an opportunity to figure out something new. I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a dad, I'm a grandfather, I'm a person with a disability. I'm just a guy that wants to make a difference. I am a pioneer.